Okay. All right, guys. Hey, quick update for you. It's Tuesday morning, about 7 a.m. I'm here at my customer in Carroll Stream, Illinois. I left out Sunday afternoon about 3:30. Drove about 2.5 hours. Stopped and then drove all day yesterday to get here. Camped out. They've got overnight parking, so I spent the night here and just got back into the unload area. My appointment was for 7 a.m. and he let me back in just before 7 a.m. and then he told me to go ahead and get my straps off, and he was taking his 15-minute break and then had to come back. He said he had to do some clear out some work area over here somewhere, and then he'd get me unloaded. So I took my chains off. You know, I've got two sections of, I think it was 22.5 foot bar. So I had a belly wrap on the front end and the rear end, and two chains with over center binders over each section. So last night I went ahead and took my chains off. So this morning when I backed in, I just had my belly wraps on. So I just took them off and got everything put away. So once I get unloaded, I'll have all these timbers to put up, and then we'll just pull out and wait for my next load assignment. But this place is called NTS, NTS something, drive axle or something like that. I'll try to get you a shot of the unload, but that's what we're doing. So yeah, it's pretty cold. I actually had to turn the heater on for the first time in many months. There's actually a possibility of snow up in this area. So just giving you a look. At least the unload is inside, and you know, it's not so cold because it's real cold and windy outside. I've been here probably 3 or 4 times in the past. A couple of times when it's been very snowy, you know, like major snow. In fact, the last time I was here, I think, you know, they let me untarp inside, and my tarps were covered with snow, you know, a couple inches of snow. So I was able to get my tarps off inside here and shake the snow off where it could just melt. But this was a no tarp load this time. So anyway, I'll try to show you some of the unload once we get started. Okay guys, so my unloader is down there at the end of the trailer, scanning in the tags on each bundle. And the way it works here is you have to get up on the trailer and actually wrap the straps around the bundles for them. At least that's the way it has worked in the past. So we got 8 bundles, and what we'll do is throw the straps around one at a time, and then I'll try to show you because it's pretty cool over here. He'll sit them down on this apparatus right here, and then it rolls it over there and dumps it onto that other thing that just kind of moves them around. So pretty cool. But anyway, that's what's going on. He's scanning them in, and then we'll start unloading. Okay guys, so I'm unloaded, as you can see, just going around doing a quick pre-trip before I hit the road. I got unloaded inside that door there, and there's another Maverick that's pulled in there now, so 2 of us here. And they've sent me, had to wait about 20 minutes. They sent me a load picking up at a tube place, I forget the name of it, in Gary, Indiana. So we're gonna have to go around South Chicago to get to Gary, and then it delivers tomorrow in Sanford, North Carolina. And I think, I may be wrong, but I think I've made this haul before. Sounds kind of familiar. So we'll be doing some hill driving. All right, so everything looks pretty good. right over there in that little side area, that's where I parked last night. You can see there's another truck that parked up next to the building. But all right, so that all took about an hour and a half. So now we gotta fight through the traffic. I'm just glad it didn't snow, because on the weather last night they were talking about maybe 2 or 3 inches of snow. So at least we don't have that to mess with. All right, let's get to Gary, Indiana. All right, folks, I'm arriving near my customer here in Gary, Indiana. I've been to this place once before, so I kind of remember it. In fact, this is their property here to the left, and there's a sign out here that says T&B Tube Company. So
turn left.
We'll turn in here. And I'm gonna write down this phone number. It says to call when checking in. They got a sign over here to the left with a phone number to call to check in. You'll be able to see it now, right here on the gate. Welcome, drivers. Picking up a load, please check in by phone. So the way I remember it is they had me wait out here until they were ready for me to pull around to enter the building. So let me call and see if I can get checked in. All right, well, I called and checked in, and he said I'm about an hour and a half early for my appointment, which, as I remember, my appointment, let me look at that again. My appointment, yes, for 11:30, and it's 10:01 now. So he is correct. He said he'd try to get me worked in just to pull up next to the fence here and wait. So let's hope he can get me in there. There's nobody else here waiting to get loaded. All right, I'll show you some more when something happens. Okay, guys. Well, I had to wait about 25 minutes, but the guys just came out and told me to pull on in, so that wasn't bad at all. As I remember, they don't like you out of your truck while they're loading at this place. And at the customer I was at this morning in Carroll Stream, Illinois, he didn't want me filming any of the unload either. That's why I didn't get any footage of that. So as I remember, I got loaded inside here, and then I had to pull out around back to do my strapping and tarping. So we'll see how that works. There's no other trucks in here, so we'll see what bay he wants me to be in.
All the way down to the last bay.
Okay. So he said pull all the way down to the last bay, which is what I did the first time I was here. So as you can see, they got tubing of all different shapes and sizes in here. Round, square, long, short. I have no idea what I'm getting, but it has to be tarped. It'll probably be a pretty long load. It'll probably take up the whole trailer or close to it. Going to Sanford, North Carolina. So from here, that's about 740 miles. So it's a decent trip. All right, so I'm just trying to stay in the center here. All right, more later. Okay guys, so they just started loading me. Give you a shot of it here. I think what I'm getting is 3 stacks of this stuff, which is about 24, almost 24 feet long. 4 bundles high. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. Hold on a minute. All right, guys. I got Joe and Brian here doing the loading. And like I said, I think I'm getting 3 stacks like that. So let's see how they got it centered here. I measured it just stepping it off with my feet, and it looked like it was about 23.5 foot long. So it looks like they got it pretty much in the middle there. So I'll try to give you another shot of that. So probably what I'll do is put a couple of gut straps through the second layer and then more straps over the top. So that's what we got. Okay guys, give you a little update. So I'm not quite totally loaded. They got to put 1 more bundle on each side of the top row. So there's Brian over there working on it. But what I'm going to do, once he gets those top 2 bundles on, is I'm going to put 3 gut straps through between, you know, the second and the third rows. And then I'll put more straps over the top. And I'm going to try, of course I'm going to put a canvas tarp over each end to cover up the corners and the edges. I'm going to try what I did last week at that Huber lumber load. If you remember, it was about this size. And what they do is they use a 4-foot drop tarp from the back to cover up the back, and then cover up the rest from the front with a 8-foot barn door lumber tarp.
Making the floor?
Yeah. So that's the plan. Hopefully it'll work. That way I don't have to mess with both lumber tarps. So here comes 1 of the bundles. And this is only Brian's 2nd day on the job, so you know, he's in training, but doing a really good job from what I can tell. I've been making sure when he loads these, he puts each stack, you know, touching the other stack. You know, we don't want any loose space in between these stacks. So that's how it goes. Just showing you a little bit of the loading. Only thing is, when he drops that bundle on there, he needs to make sure he gets the wood, the pallet pieces of wood, you know, not hung up on each other. he's just getting it positioned right. Nice. Gonna drag it over so it touches the middle bundle. So there you go. All right, so that's how it works on the loading. I'll show you some more once I get some straps and tarps on there. Okay guys, let me show you the securements real quick. They had me back up. I got loaded up in that front bay, but they had me back up here to do my tarping. So that's cool, better than being outside. So what I did is I put 3 gut straps over the second layer, and then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straps over the top. All right, then I'm going to put a canvas tarp over the front to cover up the edges, and 1 over the back. All right, and then we'll see how it goes with the tarping.